Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you Tiger Woods PGA Tour golf. Hopefully sometime today, if I can ever get it working. So I bought this Handspring Visor along with this for about, I think it was under $40. It was in the upper 30 range with tax and stuff and shipping. And anyone that knows the Tiger Woods PGA golf game, it's pretty expensive on a visor because no one believes they can get it to work on a Palm Pilot anymore. But I'll tell you that when I had a Palm Pilot back in the early 2000s, I had a tungsten Palm Pilot Tungsten E, something like that. I think it was a tungsten. It's a long time ago. It died long ago too. And I had found a website that had Tiger Woods golf, and it had a key generator. So there's a lot of people in the community now that don't think it can be done. It was obviously done by somebody back then because I would go to their website, punch in my username for my Palm Pilot, and it would generate a key for me. So I've tried to look it up on the old web again. I couldn't find it. It's probably cached out there somewhere, but I don't know if it would also have cached the little key generator program that he had built into his website. So, it exists out there. It can be done. A lot of people can't play Tiger Woods anymore because they have no key generator because EA used a key generator on their site so people could play that game. Well, then they made a physical version for Handspring Visors because they had the cartridge ports on here. So I bought this and was very excited to get a copy of this for a good price plus a system. But unfortunately, this is what happens. It doesn't load the game. Once in a while, you can see it's not in the list. Once in a while, it would load and just give me a memory error. Very rarely have I pushed it in and I would get the loading screen, the EA loading screen, and then it would crash and say memory error. If I got those, I took pictures of them and I put them on the Palm forum on Reddit, so maybe I can find those and show them real quick. But my goal is to crack this open and see if I can see if all the solder points are good and stuff like that, and see if I can get this to work today. So here we go. So I got back onto the stove where, like I've mentioned before, I do my soldering here because I'm not going to burn through any kitchen tables this way. My wife wouldn't be happy with that. So I put a lot of flux on there, and I'm just melting it all in so I can hit all the solder points good first. And then I'm tapping the edges to try and get it to melt down in. And you can see there's actually a little bit of excessive solder on there, so I had to wick away a little bit. But, it all came out pretty decent looking in the end. So I had to do some touches on the chip. There's some areas that looked like maybe it could be a little bit dry or cracked. So I figured while I had it open, I'd do the same thing. I'd hit all these points. I mean, it might look like it's a lot of solder on there down on the bottom. That's just all the flux still there. I haven't cleaned that off, so everything looks really shiny. But all the solder points were looking pretty decent after this for my first attempt. And here's the results of that. Holy shit, it works. Oh my God. I didn't think this thing would ever work. When I got this, it was friggin' never connecting, so I just bought a new solder kit with flux and stuff and just ran over everything, and boom, Tiger Woods for the visor, the Handspring Visor. So here we are at the good news and the bad news part. I was so excited that this worked, but unfortunately, now that at least it works, it's very inconsistent. sometimes it'll load. More often than not, the game won't even load when I push the cartridge in. Probably 1 out of every 8 to 10 times. And having said that, even so, while playing the game, it's usually not 1 or 2 holes before it has a fatal error of some sort. And then occasionally you can just reset it and it will continue gameplay, but not perfect. So there's more work to do. I had opened it back up. I probably spent 8 hours going back and forth, making sure very meticulously with like a jeweler's lens. And I need to buy better equipment, but I was using that to check all the solder points to make sure they're all good. They look all really good. So now it's down to, are the connector pins in the cartridge not seating well or something, besides some of the other issues that were occurring. But you can see the game's actually playing. The game's good on there. I don't know what's going on. Is it cartridge memory? It shouldn't be Visor memory because the cartridges are supposed to play off their own memory. It's very confusing, very frustrating, but there's really no gameplay footage of this on the internet except for one girl I saw that picked this up at a yard sale, and it's a very brief look at it because she didn't even know how to play. She didn't even understand what she has because this game's pretty valuable. So more work to be done. Hopefully I can get to the point where this thing will work perfectly, but it's a long shot. There's a very small little resistor or something on there. I wonder if that's the problem, but it's super tiny. I'll show a picture of it. Maybe this thing's failing. That's what's causing it. I don't know. So hopefully out there, I can leave this out there to people in the community, maybe the Visor or Palm Pilot community, if anyone's had experience working with Handspring modules, and I think they're called Springboard modules, and getting them to function properly after they've died. Because right now, I just don't understand how the memory works on this, things like that. So, but I'm glad to at least be able to post a little bit of gameplay for everybody so they can see, because I don't think there's more than one video on the internet of this. So, and I was able to capture like 3.5 holes, and also show you what it looks like in the glow mode real quick. But I'm still working on it. I'm giving it a break right now for a while because I feel like I've done all I can. I need to just give it some time, let it settle, and then, come back to it. So there you go, everybody. It's Tiger Woods on the Palm Pilot or Handspring. This is what it looked like. It was very cool. It played a lot like the Game Boy golf game played. It felt very similar to that and other games from that era. You would use the touch stylus to swing, and it had a little swing meter. I'm just showing it in this kind of gameplay right now, automatic right now, so that you can see it without my hands in the way. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time, and hopefully I'll have a full round of gameplay available to show you. Thanks again. So long. Are you kidding me?